The lap car backed off and let Matt Kenseth to the inside of the racetrack.
Stewart's a little quicker down the straightaway route. Hamlin a little bit better. That may be the difference. If we can get under him off one of these corners, he might be able to get him, but it's going to be awfully hard to do.
Two young lines. Yeah, really, right now, one mistake, and you're back in second place to Tony Stewart.
I saw a commercial the other day for Pontiac said wider's better. I think it's going to pay off today.
Here comes Kenseth.
Here he comes to the inside, looking for the lead. 2 to go.
Stewart's got a little bit more straightaway speed.
And he's cutting him off just a little bit.
But that won't work. Cut under him, Ronnie. Cut under him. Come on,
coming up on lap traffic. This is for the lead.
Come on.
There's your first donut on Tony Stewart. You can see that 17 there. Fighting very, very hard. Kenseth on the inside.
Oh, he got the lap traffic's going to put him back.
Grubb on the low side. White flag. This time, Tony Stewart over the stripe. Less than a lap to go into 1.
Boy, that's insane. That lap traffic was the difference.
Joe Gibbs taking a look. Stewart with a 2-car length advantage down the back straightaway. The IRL champion. His 16th career Busch Grand National start. Just joined this team a year ago. This could be his first win.
Look at this. He gives him a little
He's got him. He's got him. He's got him.
To the inside.
He's going to get him. He's going to get him.
Matt Kenseth wins it.
He got him.
Straightaway.
He got him.
Matt Kenseth for Robbie Reiser's team with no sponsor on the back quarter panel other than a thank you to Lycos for last week. Takes his first Grand National victory.
What a race. Man, that was beautiful.
Here's a battle a little further back in the pack for 15th, and Buckshot Jones may have taken that spot.
Buddy, did I tell you what a great driver I thought that kid was?
Ooh, I'm telling you. He just touched him enough to get him offline a little bit. Not enough to wreck him. Hey, that's hard racing. That is not.
Jeff Gordon do that to Rusty Wallace there at Bristol, ladder lap.
Look out!
Wow, I can't believe everybody missed that.
20 wrecked me, guys. The 20 wrecked me plain as day. How bad is it, Matt?
Matt Kenseth is in the wall.
Drive it, but it's not good.
And I don't know how badly he has backed in the fence.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage here on the left front, BP.
I see some damage on the left front.
You got any tires down right now?
Matt Kenseth talking to his crew chief, Robbie Reiser, wants to know if he can come get tires.
He can't tell if they're flat or not.
And Robbie wants to know if the tires are flat. If they are, he's going to have to come toward the 2-pit road because those flat tires will tear the sheet metal off.
Pit road is closed, so if he pits early, there's a penalty. He has to start at the rear of the field.
Let's see if we can check what happened. There's Tony. Wow, man, well, it doesn't get more blatant than that.
And look at this, up across the track. And a lot of guys with some heads-up driving.
Yeah, a lot of cars missed this wreck.
Oh, my goodness. With Bobby Labonte getting by on the inside. We saw Mike Wallace go by on the outside. Dale Jarrett back in the 88.
Now here's the first angle again. Watch the 20. 17's on the right-hand side.
You know, for a guy that was talking about over-aggressive driving, which was Tony Stewart earlier this week, I don't understand what his situation was there.
We talked about it on the Bank of America countdown to green.
Unless he thought he had cleared Kenseth. You know,
that's a long way to drive down a race track to see if you think you cleared somebody.
Dave Burns.
And Bill, the Kyle Busch story continues in his own mind. He wondered if he'd been the cause of that since he had been pointed at so many times this week.
Being followed by Matt Kenseth.
Probably gonna. Thought he was gonna tap him. He didn't.
He thought he was going to.
He wanted
and then
to.
Robbie Reiser talked him out of it.
No.
His crew chief, Robbie Reiser, talked Matt out of doing what he was thinking about doing.
Now, as good as his car is with the 20 car right now, I mean, he'll get his way back up to the front. But we'll see how good the 17 is.
Marty?
As you can imagine, Matt Kenseth is extremely upset. He said, I had a winning race car. There was no reason for him to do that. He felt the NASCAR's penalty was not strong enough. They're concerned about the left front valence on this car. They want to clear it from the left front tire to make sure it won't rub. Alan?
Tony Stewart has come down pit road for repairs to his car. They're checking around that right rear bodywork, being sure of their tire clearance. They've also put a big patch on the left rear where there's some fender damage there as well. And they'll send Tony back out here with those repairs affected to his car.
Thank you, Al.
With Matt Kenseth now finishing outside the top 10, we think, based on unofficial guesstimates here. All right, let's talk about all the contact out there today. You were involved in some and were penalized. Was the rule applied correctly today, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, Tony took me out intentionally. There's just no two ways about that. He was mad because earlier in the race when I passed him, he got loose, which I didn't think I did anything wrong. I thought I left him plenty of room. Same way he raced. I actually learned that from him racing here close to people. So, he wrecked me intentionally, got put to the end of the longest line, which I didn't think is too big a penalty in a drafting track. So, that's just the way it is. I mean, Mike Helton, I thought, did a great job this week explaining at the drivers' meeting. It was about aggressive driving, not necessarily bump drafting, and just really disappointed. Tony went on and said all that stuff earlier in the week, and then if he's worried about people's lives and everything, and then he's going to wreck you on purpose at 190. I wasn't too happy with that, but we'll just go on and try to do a good job next week and be happy where we finished and go into California and start over.
Teammate Mark Martin is leaning in here. Mark, did you have anything to add, Mark? Or Mark, did you have anything to add to what he was saying as far as the rule applied today?
No.
Okay. It sounds like it was a rough day out there, Marty.
Well, Dave, Tony Stewart rallied for an 8th place finish. Matt said he felt like your contact was very much intentional. What's your take on that?
Yeah, Matt always thinks that. I mean, I guess Matt didn't think anything when he got me sideways over in 2 either. So, he should have thought about that first. I mean, he got back what he started in the first place. So, and I got penalized for it. I mean, they didn't penalize him when he turned me sideways over there. So, he should have been smart enough to know not to be tucking down on guys' doors in the first 20 laps of a 200-lap race at Daytona. So, I mean, he has no room to complain. He started the whole thing, and I finished it.
How were you able to come back through the field, though, and with basically a damaged race car and finished 8th today?
Yeah, just a good pit crew. I mean, they did a great job in the pits, did a great job fixing it, and we just kept digging and trying to find the right holes. So we got ourselves in a position there at the end. We couldn't race for the win, but to get a top 5 out, that's pretty awesome.
Strong rally for Tony Stewart. Matt.
Kenseth, Stewart, Ambrose, Logano, McMurray, Biffle. Didn't stop. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was first off the pit lane. He restarted 7th. Look at this knot.
And I can't believe we're talking about Tony Stewart in 2nd after seeing that car early in this race be so far off. They made some nice adjustments as he battles for the lead now.
And there he goes. Smoke is going to be able to hold it.
Well, he got to the line that he wanted to, so see how far Kenseth drives it in here. He couldn't get his slide job to work quite as good. It's a lot of contact.
Oh, no. There they go.
Wow. That didn't work out for either one of them. They were just arguing over space coming off 4. I don't know who won that argument.
Well, racing for the lead to damaged cars.
It's almost too early to be racing that hard for the lead, wasn't it?
It's never too early to be racing for the lead.
At Bristol?
At Bristol. And that's why I'm not sure. Yeah, I know Rusty said that he didn't like the way the racing is, like on by. I think this gives an opportunity for more type of racing and contact what the fans came to like here at Bristol. For a lot of the part, you have to run some single file, but we've seen that no matter where the group was, bottom or top. 1 and 2 to take the spot away from Kenseth. Now Kenseth tries to drive in hard, slides up, contact. I have to call that racing. I mean, that's try to throw the blame there. That's just racing.
I don't think he had much choice, Tony.
No, if you have to lay some blame somewhere, it's certainly the contact was created by Kenseth driving in probably a little too hard. Tony not very happy.
Whoa.
Now,
gosh, looks familiar. Well, we know what Tony thinks.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
What are you talking about?
No, the old helmet toss.
I've seen one before.
Yeah, I know. The guy sitting between us did.
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's a perfect strike.
That's a nice throw.
Yellow. 5 to go. Caution is out. Now the red flag lap is 196. We will be completing 196 now, so I think we're past that window. You're going to red flag it.
We're here to Jeff Burton, and the 99 car almost simultaneously as Dale Jarrett blew up. We know both those cars had the new engine package.
Looks like the new engine package is 5 miles short. He got in the oil. Guarantee you he got in the oil. That or else, you don't reckon Harvick and he got together, do you?
At this stage, Darrell, I'm not going to reckon anything. 4 laps to go.
Matt Kenseth, he's going up the front stretch at a pretty high rate of speed right now.
He doesn't, you know, the car looks angry.
It has that look about it.
Yeah, the car looks really angry to me. Of course, maybe by the time he gets there, it'll be a little happier.
All right, let's see what happens as Kenseth comes around. We are under caution. We're waiting to hear if NASCAR intends to red flag this race or run it under yellow to conclusion. Now, Kenseth is going back into the spot he occupied at the time of the caution. And we'll see how NASCAR rules on this.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
He definitely got help.
You know, this started earlier when Kenseth was jacking. He got in behind, right there. No, 29 came across the nose of the 17. Kenseth jacked him up going across his short chute.
All the way down the short chute.
Drives in there in front of him, but Kevin can't quite get back to him off of the corner, so he waits, and boy, they are not happy.
Well, Kenseth is just trying to get back into the position he occupied when the yellow came out. And that's going to be one for NASCAR to follow.
I'm getting that spot back then.
Red flag will be issued. No, excuse me. The yellow flag is still being displayed at start-finish.
You know, they're doing Kenseth and Harvick are doing a good thing. They got 2 cars in between them. I think that's a good idea.
They had
held those 2 cars.
They had held the field. The pace car stopped briefly between turns 2 and 3, and a lot of speedy dry going down in that area. So they're now coming around to the caution.
Well, I believe Kenseth should be able to go back in his position. Oh, is this real? Is this happening?
It is.
This is not a highlight film.
No, this is live.
Man, guys, I told you that car was angry.
Because we have passed lap 196, and that is the lap they indicated in the driver's meeting was the last lap on which the race might be red flagged. They have decided this race will roll under caution, and it does not appear that within 3 laps they'll be able to clean things up, give one to go. Kenseth is going to stop and put on tires just in case.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. The only thing is, well, no, I'm not sure about that call at all. He's going to restart in 22nd place after coming in.
Being shown in 11th position right now. So, I'm like you, DW. I don't know about this one because we're not sure if this race is going to get restarted or not.
Truck putting speedy dry coming out of turn number 3. And I would think, Darrell, they'd have to run through that a time or 2 to clean it off. And
well, you got to get the
race.
blowers out there and blow it off. And, you know, we might get a green-white checkered here, but...
Well, let's show you this strange turn of events in the order in which it happened. This is under green.
That's just Harvick makes the pass, slides up in front of Kenseth, took the nose off of Kenseth's car. He jacked him up going across there, gets down into 3. He's able to get away from him here. Then the caution comes out.
Yeah, that was everything that transpired between the 2 of them under green.
And then Harvick was not happy with Kenseth because he pushed him across the short chute, so he turns him around.
Kenseth comes back around to pick up the position where he was running.
And he turns him around. So, what's the score, Larry?
Oh, I'm not sure on that one. We know it's at least 1-1.
It's going to be Oval Office to Oval Office. It's going to be a big
The line keeps getting longer there.
Yeah, because in this, as in any other sport, there's no room for vigilante justice.
Lead draft, not counting those a lap down. And out of those 18, 15 about to earn a starting spot in the 500.
Boy, it's tight right back in there. That is tight.
Look at the run, though, that Cole Whitten, that 26 car got. That moves him into the top 15.
along with Kligerman and Patrick. They have moved up. Nobody has had anything for Matt Kenseth. His Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota is going to try to hold off Kevin Harvick. Where did he come from?
How about that 98 of Josh Wise up in the thick of things right here, boys?
Harvick to the inside. Kenseth outside. Kenseth by a foot and a half in a 3-wide finish.
Looked like 1959 all over again. 3 wide at the start-finish line.
2/100ths of a second separating Kenseth and Harvick. 6/100ths separating the top 3.
Nice job. Really nice. I'm so happy there.
Kevin Harvick.
Oh, Matt. Oh, I thought Matt had a run there for a second.
Matt Kenseth on the outside of Johnny Sauter.
Johnny's got a hold. Just
Can't do it. Will he put the bumper to him in 3? Looking low. He hit him. Kenseth up the racetrack. Johnny Sauter's going to come through to the checkered flag. Here we go. Harvick. Is that Harvick giving him thumbs up? Yeah. I don't think he was.
Went up a little high, but he couldn't carry it all the way off. Had to get out of the throttle a tiny bit over there off of 2.
Look, McMurray looks like he's going to go to the bottom this time. This is where he's been so good.
That's where he should have been. I would have gone to the bottom sooner if I'd been him.
He just like yesterday. The pass. White flag this time. 1 to go, boys.
All right, somebody's got to go different. Can't all go the same way.
Kenseth went low in 1. Changes lanes. Here comes Kahne on the outside.
Just can't quite mat it right there off of turn 2.
McMurray almost hit the wall exiting 2 and drops back.
Yeah, he lost a lot of ground right there. Last time through 3 and 4, though.
Here they
Kahne goes to the bottom.
Kahne comes to the bottom.
He gets a run. He's got a good run on him. Side by side to the line. Kenseth.
Told you the Moco finish.
Matt Kenseth wins the Subway 400. His 8th career win.
1/100th of a second.
That was a great, but you know, that was really smart on Kahne's part. He saved his best for the last lap, the last turn.
Here it is again. Coming out of 2, McMurray got a little loose. It made it a 2-car race. Here they come to the line.
Kahne got such a run off turn 4.
Woo, baby. Wow. All right. Kasey's around here stopping to do me some donuts.
You know what? He should.
Well, as rookie of the race, he's entitled. Look at that finish.
Ever so close.
And as they cross the line, Jack Roush.
Jack
says, I think we got it.
You know, starting in the back has not been a disadvantage here. Neil Bonnet won here in '88 from 30th. Bobby Hamilton won from 28th. Johnny Benson's victory came from 26th. And 2 years ago, Matt Kenseth won here from 25th. Today, he started 23rd. He'll go to victory lane. A great finish for Kasey Kahne. We'll be back with more NASCAR on Fox.
If I could have got to your brother.
But what if Harvick can get to Busch? Will it be boot, scoot, and boogie too?
That's what I say. I think Harvick would be more than obliged to give Mr. Busch a little shot.
2.5 laps to go.
Busch has got to run. He's got no place to hide.
He better hope that the 88 car keeps going like he was and not hold him up.
2 to go. 2 to go.
Traffic is going to really, it's going to be a big factor here.
They're starting to stack up in front of our leader, Kurt Busch, in the 2 car.
They're going to come across the side. They're going to come across start-finish line sideways and backwards.
Lap car, McMurray out of the way. White flag.
Jeff Gordon just got by Matt Kenseth for 3rd space. Harvick's there. He's there.
Oh, and look at this. The 24 just went around. And here comes the 29. Can he get to him?
We're still green.
Still green. Still green. Busch wins it.
Woo! Man, I'm glad it raced so with.
Harvick 2nd. Jeff Gordon, who spun out over on the backstretch. Kenseth will end up in 3rd. Carl Edwards 4th. Bobby Labonte in the 43 car 5th.
7th on a short track. Boot scoot. and Boogie.
Matt did a whale of a job not to spin that sucker out. But now he's frustrated. Rightfully so. Ever so slightly. Goodness gracious, it didn't even put a scratch on the 2 car.
And here's what happened between Jeff Gordon and Matt Kenseth.
I think there was some other contact before that, though. I think that's how Jeff got by Matt.
Bobby Labonte almost involved in that one.
How about old Carl Edwards?
Jeff Gordon out of his car, and he's not happy with Matt Kenseth.
Boy, that's totally out of character.
Kenseth approached Gordon. Kenseth walked over to Gordon's car with his palms out, his arms open, as if to talk about it. Gordon would have none of it.
Emotions never fails.
Get in line, folks. Going to the Oval Office.
A lot in 3 and 4.
And he is right there now.
He is there, right there. You're right, Bill.
Look at the difference in speed there.
He was a third of a second faster than Matt Kenseth.
Marty?
A little bit earlier on the radio, they told Matt Kenseth, they said the 24 has moved up in turns 3 and 4, and it seems to have helped him. But Matt said, you know what, the bottom works best for me. He's committed to the bottom. Look at that 24. He's up half a lane, and it seems to be working.
Jeff Gordon won at Sonoma 2 weeks ago, then was caught up in a late race crash at Daytona last week. That crash cost him critical points, knocked him out of the top 10, but right now he's on the bumper of the leader. Oh! Kenseth goes around off the front end of Gordon. And automatically you think of what happened at Bristol between the 17 and the 24 that resulted in that shoving incident on pit road after the race.
I'd take a look at that again. I think that Kenseth probably got a little bit loose going in there because Gordon was so close.
Be a penalty if NASCAR is at all consistent. I mean, that was plain as day, Blade.
Take a look at it.
Kenseth saying,
yeah.
Matt Kenseth said,
only 2 people really know. Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon. This is Bristol earlier this year. Kurt Busch goes around Matt Kenseth. Then Kenseth racing hard with Gordon, got into his bumper. Then after the race, Kenseth showed his displeasure with Busch, who won, and went over to apologize to Jeff Gordon. Matt admitted he probably should have waited in the heat of the battle for that to settle down. Now let's take a look at what just happened here. And keep in mind, this could send us to overtime, and fuel could be a factor.
The 17 slowed down for some reason right there. I mean, whether he got loose or whatever, I'm not saying that it was Matt's fault that he got spun out, but it did look like his car slowed down. Right there.
we heard Kenseth tell his crew on the radio that, what did he say, if NASCAR is consistent, they will black flag the 24. Is that not what he said?
Yes, and remember that Jeff Gordon is on probation.
Clear, clear, clear.
He got him off the
away from him, buddy. Bring it home.
Bring her home. He got him now. Kenseth got into this up a little too high off of 2.
Be smooth, man. Be smooth. He's going to get a run off. It's all yours. Bring it home.
Jeff Burton comes off the corner. Jeff Burton, the first repeat winner in Texas Motor Speedway, winning the Samsung 500 after a fierce duel with former teammate Matt Kenseth.
And Jamie McMurray got his teammate Greg Biffle there at the line to finish 5th.
By an inch. I couldn't believe it. He just barely slipped by him. That's a great job on Burton. Ought to just be absolutely elated.
Well, he and Kenseth both. Kenseth for trusting that car when he thought he had a problem, and he about drove the wheels off it trying to hold Jeff Burton at bay.
Well, you know what, boys? Jeff Burton's teammate yesterday morning, Clint Boyer, told the 3 of us, my teammate is driving as hard as he can every lap,
Not that I doubted it, but I'm a believer now.
I guarantee you. And you know what? It just goes back to, I think about Bristol and how clean he drove against Kyle Busch at Bristol.
And thank you guys for giving me good equipment.
Same thing today. Clean race, got it done. You know, he just was honored here the other night for the Sportsman of the Year award, and he deserves it.
He raced Matt Kenseth cleanly and is going to bring the Prilosec car to victory lane.
Whew!
Hey, way to go, Moneymaker.
I'm going to need some Prilosec.
Get up to speed. Yeah, and you got a bunch of cars coming on tires behind them. Yeah, Kevin Harvick, one of those down on the inside of Jimmy already and passing him. Got side by side for the lead, also off of 2.
And Harvick down low. We're going to go 3 wide. And look at
Race for the lead.
Battle for the lead up front. Hamlin, Kenseth going after each other. Can Kenseth pull this off after being a lap down? Next time by, 2 laps remaining. Hamlin. Oh, so desperately wants to win it.
Though. He's going to make the pass, get into 1 here.
Kenseth. Can he get him through?
He got him.
He's got him. Matt Kenseth, your race leader.
Hamlin's trying to cross back over. Kenseth ran out of room off of 2. Here comes Mark Martin.
We told you guys hungry for wins. Matt Kenseth is one of them. Mark Martin's another. How about Joey Logano in 4th and Greg Biffle, who wants win number 3 on 2010. White flag out. 1 lap to go. Right now, it's Hamlin out front. Harvick's in the 6th position. Jimmy Johnson's all the way back in 10th. The points are going to change. Coming down the backstretch. The last time Jimmy Johnson was not the point leader following race number 7 in the chase was 2005. And we've only got 2 corners to negotiate. And Denny Hamlin is going to make a statement saying, if the drive for 5 is alive, you're going to have to come through me. Look at this, going to the stripe. Woof. 5 cars in that mix.
Jimmy Johnson just barely beat Paul Menard back to the line there. Pick up a few points.
We have got a new championship race leader. And his name is Denny Hamlin.
Great job, Mike. You made that car great at the end. 10 times better. I love you guys. I told you I was going to pick it up with 3 to go. It's on.
Well, you heard it.
You kept your promise from yesterday. We get you in the top 5. You take care of it. You did.
The 3 chase contenders. Denny Hamlin 1st, Kevin Harvick 6th, Jimmy Johnson 9th. Let's talk to Mike Ford, Dave. Well, we're catching up.
So right there, Matt Kenseth, he really lost his entire race car and able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught the slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kenseth slides, caution comes out. The 22 was all over the back bumper of the 20 as they entered turn 1.
I got slammed, so I got the first time Joey spun me out, lifted my tires off the ground.
That all started in turn 4 when Matt caught those lap cars. It wasn't that the lap cars blocked him necessarily, but aerodynamically it pulled all the air off Matt's car. He was the first one to the lap cars, and that allowed Joey to catch him.
We mentioned the lap traffic. You see right here, Matt Kenseth gets tight. He knows the 20's coming, so he tries to block. He goes to the apron. He knows the 22's coming up. He comes up to block him. A big block onto the 22, and the 22 drives in, catches him in the left rear quarter panel, spins the 20 out. Matt Kenseth with a great save to stay off the wall, but the damage to the points and the ultimate win has been done. The 20 will have to come get tires. His chance to win today is over.
And Matt Kenseth had to do everything he could to block him. Just like I said, he's racing for his championship. If he doesn't block Joey Logano gets on the outside of him and gets around him. So you can't blame Matt Kenseth for trying to block.
Hang on right here, bud.
But with that, when you make that decision, and I agree, a must decision, he had no choice, you also put yourself that opportunity. We saw it last week with Carl Edwards and Dale Jr. We see it again with the 20 and the 22. When you drive defensively, you give the guy behind you the opportunity to make that decision. He gets into the 20. Right, wrong, that's racing. These two can disagree about it. They'll have to talk about it after. But as you mentioned, it all started with the 20's defensive moves, which were required in this must-win situation.
He was in position to win. Matt Kenseth. Around he goes in 1 and 2. And Kenseth's chances to advance to round 3 may have just gone up in smoke.
And listen, there's no question that Joey Logano could have lifted and cut him some slack, but I'm sure Joey felt like he blocked him.
And we are back at the Talladega Motor Speedway, working caution here in the late laps. Matt Kenseth has just pitted, took fuel only in a 4.1 second stop, Marty.
Fuel also only for his teammate Kyle Busch, who said the car was very good, balanced good on that run. Kelly?
Harvick in the 4 car said his car was running okay. They took 4 Goodyears last time, so it was fuel only this time around, Dave.
And Kelly, you saw bottom right, Jeff Gordon, right sides only. He gave up 5th to come down pit road, and he gained 1 position.
From NASCAR, they are telling us that the 22 was in front, and so Joey Logano will sweep round 2. Unofficially, Joey Logano, the winner at Talladega. 3 consecutive wins. Brad Keselowski scored 35th, 9 laps down, just in front of Alex Kennedy. Now he's 10 laps down.
All this has worked to Jeff Gordon's advantage. He had a bad pit stop, gotten himself back in the pack. Wasn't looking like he was going to have a chance to win this race. All this started. He found a way around the wrecks. Now he's in position to possibly win this race.
And Kenseth cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenseth takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars. If the 20 of Matt Kenseth can continue, NASCAR has said he will be parked. Helmet is already off of the 20. Continue on. In the latter laps of the race at Kansas, Joey Logano had a faster car than Matt Kenseth. He got behind him. He bumped him going into turn 1. He turned Kenseth around. After the race, Kenseth said, "That's not the way I want to be raced. Now I know how he races me." This is what just took place.
And clearly the 22 is lapping the 20, and 20 obviously intentionally wrecked him. And like what happened the week before was more than 2 weeks before was more than it should have been, and just flat wrecked him.
Matt Kenseth already not having the day that he wanted to have. And the opportunity presented itself at a short track.
Still down there, still down there, still down there, still down there.
Once the favorite for the title, Joey Logano out of his car. Matt Kenseth out of his car. It will be an interesting trip to the Infield Care Center. Control Tower now, as they will oversee a race. And so that's the reason for post-race, those 3 being asked to go to the NASCAR hauler. Driver, crew chief, and owner of the 20 have all been invited to the NASCAR hauler at this race's conclusion. Let's go to Mike.
And Rick, as you mentioned, you saw Todd Gordon, the crew chief of the 22, restraining Tom Logano, Joey's father. They had to escort him inside the transporter out of harm's way to try to calm him down a little bit. Now, Todd Gordon, I had a conversation with him this morning, and he was quite clear that they thought this might be a possibility. It seemed as though, talking to the team, they were debriefed as to what to do if this did transpire. Todd Gordon still trying to calm everybody down. Dave?
Joey Logano has walked out of the infield care center. Joey, are you surprised?
Well, yeah. I thought, I think what happened in Kansas is a completely different deal. We were racing for the win, and, he blocks you a few times, and we raced hard, and he blocked me last time, and we spun out. That's what happened there. Here is just a complete coward move, especially for a championship race car driver and race team. Just complete coward. I don't have anything else to say. It's a chicken, you-know-what move to completely take out the leader when your race is over. And, we'll move on. We're going to work hard, and we're going to get our car back out there, hopefully. And we just got to win.
Joey, between then and now, had you made any attempt at all to try to resolve the situation with Matt?
They won't let me get to him.
10-4. Obviously very disappointed. His chase is in jeopardy now for the championship round, Rick.
And that team is going to work diligently to get him back out on the track with a red flag condition. Joey Logano is still, as the scoring loops go, on the lead lap because the race leader is Jeff Gordon. He's been stopped on the front stretch as the red flag for cleaning up the track continues. The work is not supposed to be done on a car under red flag conditions, but obviously they'll suffer the penalty for work on the red flag or work under the red flag condition because they want to get out losing as few laps as possible.
Yeah, and not to be lost, what you just said, Jeff Gordon now, he has inherited the lead. He is in position to win this race and have an opportunity to, lock himself into going to Homestead. So all this mayhem and chaos that we've seen over the last several laps, Jeff Gordon's been the huge benefactor of that. Jamie McMurray talked about him before he started on the outside. So all these guys, obviously, not the day they wanted, but it's opened the door for Jeff Gordon to take advantage of it.
Let's take another look. The 20, by the way, Matt Kenseth has been released from the infield care center. Here's what took place. And while this is happening, the 24 goes by and takes the lead. Marty.
Matt Kenseth is out of the infield care center. What is your side of the story, Matt?
Well, it's really a disappointing day. I thought we were going to have a shot at the win there. And, they were jacking up the restart real bad to let each other in as teammates, which that's just fine. And Brad went in there, and I got outside of Joey, and I was going to try to race him for the win, and Brad wiped me out for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And then we had so much damage on the right front. I should have probably just put it in the garage and just got into one and couldn't get it to turn and ran Joey over. So disappointing end for sure.
Joey said it was a complete coward move on your part. Your reaction to that?
I don't have any comments for that.
There will be people who say there was intent involved, even though you said you had a right front go down. What's your comment to those folks?
Well, there's people who say a lot of things. The splitter was trying to take the ground and, got in the corner and, certainly ruined his day. I know what it's like to be that, too. Some days you're the bat, some days you're the ball. It's never fun when you're the ball. So, like I said, disappointing end to our chase. And, he's got a couple races left. He's got the best car. He might get a couple wins here and still have a shot at it. So, certainly disappointed it came down to that, man. I was out there trying to race hard as I could for Dollar General and try to get the win. I really thought we were going to have a shot for a win before, they got me the first time. So, disappointed to get wiped out twice in the last 4 weeks with a shot to win for sure.
Do you think this is over, or do you see another chapter maybe coming in retribution from him?
I don't know. I feel like every week's a new week. Go out and race, do what you think is right, race as hard as you can, and just take it 1 week at a time. So I don't know. I try to do the best I can. You never like to be in these situations. They really stink, to be honest with you, but sometimes you get put in these spots, and you gotta try to keep respect in the garage area. You can't get yourself ran over. You can't get in a chase next year and get ran over for the same reason. So, like I said, I hate the way it ended. Wish we were out there celebrating or having a shot for the win like we did before we got wrecked. So, disappointing day.
Matt Kenseth, very matter-of-fact about it, Rick, but that is his side of the story.
We've heard both sides now.
Yeah, I think ultimately what he said there at the end was, he felt like if he didn't take a stand, that he would just continue to get run over. He felt like Joey had done something to him. He felt like Brad also had done something to him, and if he didn't make a stand, then it would just happen again.